Welcome to You and Your Money. Today's episode features Holly Wanegar, Vice President and Associate Financial Advisor at WHZ Strategic Wealth Advisors.
So, Holly, I understand there's some big changes coming to how credit scores are calculated, which is something I think many of our listeners will be interested to hear about.
Yeah, so it's interesting. Starting this fall, FICO is launching 2 new credit scores for the first time ever. And these scores will include what's called these buy now and pay later services.
So, buy now, pay later. We're talking about services like Affirm, Klarna, those kinds of companies?
Exactly. Yep. These are companies that allow you to split a larger purchase into installments, and they are often attractive with some low introductory rates for a period of time. However, when it comes to the credit reporting, this has been called phantom debt, as it wasn't always showing up on all the credit reports.
So lenders couldn't see if someone had multiple buy now, pay later loans when they're applying for credit. Is that what you're telling me?
Exactly. So kind of a problem for lenders because it was like a blind spot.
Yeah.
For over 90 million Americans, according to the Consumer Federation of America, these lenders couldn't see the full picture of borrowers' outstanding debt. So now this invisible debt is going to be very visible on this credit
Wow,
reporting.
so you're talking 90 million Americans. That's like nearly 1 in 3 people. So who's most likely to be affected by the changes?
Yeah, it's a big number. And according to the Federal Reserve, the most popular groups are low to middle income consumers, millennials, women, and Gen Z. So if you're one of these groups, these scoring models may now have a bigger impact.
All right, so possible this is good news for some people?
Absolutely. As we all know, having a good credit score is key when making big purchases, like purchasing a car or purchasing a home. So there's always opportunities where this could be an opportunity for especially young consumers to build up their credit scores.
So if you're just starting out, you don't have much credit history, you're using buy now, pay later plans in a responsible way, that could become a positive for credit building, not just a convenient way to pay over time?
Yep, there is some encouraging data from FICO and Affirm that did a study earlier this year that said consumers that use these buy now, pay later loans could actually possibly see higher scores if, of course, they're responsible and consistent in making their payments.
All right, but there's got to be a downside. I would imagine the reverse is also true, and people who don't make those buy now, pay later payments on time are going to see their credit score go down, right?
Of course. The biggest risk, like any debt, comes from missed payments, right? We don't want to do that. And the Federal Reserve did find that last year, almost a quarter of people using these types of services made late payments last year. So that could be a challenge, as this was like phantom debt, as we talked about, that now can directly impact your credit score. So something to be aware of.
So does that mean the days of buy now, pay later, free money are over?
Yeah. Well, they weren't ever really free money, even though some people sort of saw it that way and thought of it that way. But the consequences of improperly managing these can now be greater and have a bigger impact.
So if you're currently using buy now, pay later, what should we do?
Absolutely. So 3 things to focus on. Be strategic. Don't spend outside your means. Be reasonable. Never miss a payment. And start monitoring your credit reports to see how these will impact you in either positive or negative ways.
And of course, that slides right into the bigger picture of financial planning, right?
Of course.
Yeah, which is what you do.
Absolutely. And at WHC, as we always tell our clients, sustainable financial health comes from, again, living within your means, building an emergency fund, and making strategic decisions about all types of credit, both small purchases and big purchases.
So again, when did these changes take effect? It's coming up?
Yeah, great question. The new scores are expected to be available this fall initially, but sometimes we've seen it takes some time for these to come into play.
All right, so you have some time to prepare.
You do, and the smart move would be to start treating these loans with some more attention now, and make sure that you're being disciplined about them. And if you have some habits to change, I would start doing those now and not wait.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense, and we appreciate that. Any final thoughts for our listeners, Holly?
Yep, a few key takeaways here. Consumer credit is evolving. be aware of it. It presents both opportunities and risks, of course, like anything. And being informed and understanding how these changes can impact you is very important for your long-term success.
For more information regarding wealth management and customized financial planning with WHZ Strategic Wealth Advisors, please visit WHZwealth.com. WHZ Strategic Wealth Advisors offer securities and advisory services through Commonwealth Financial Network, member FINRA SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Fixed insurance products and services offered through CES Insurance Agency. They practice at 697 Pomfret Street, Pomfret Center, Connecticut 06259, and 392A Merrow Road, Tolland, Connecticut 06084. They can be reached at 860-928-2341. WHZ Strategic Wealth Advisors do not provide legal or tax advice. The tenured financial services team strives to support clients in achieving their financial life goals while providing absolute confidence and unwavering partnership for life.